What is up, everybody? The Big Boss here, back with another YouTube video. It's time for Cobra Kai Season 2. We're about to get into this one. Episode 1, Mercy Part 2. I'm excited. If y'all haven't seen it yet, I did a full review, episode by episode of Season 1. I did a full review of the full season. So I'm not going to talk about Season 1 at all in this video. All I'm going to say is, if you liked any of my videos, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe. And if you want to be notified every time I drop a new video, click the bell. Alright, you guys, we're going to get straight into it. Cobra Kai, Season 2, Episode 1, titled Mercy Part 2. Let's go. Let's watch this episode, and then I'll see you guys at the end.
Everyone closed the book on us. They thought we were done. But now they see that the real story's only just begun. It's good to see you.
Oh.
Still got that hot temper, huh?
Wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Let's go. I thought he was about to do the Stone Cold Stunner on him right there. You see that? Back with the nostalgia.
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
That was a very, very interesting way to start this episode. I was not expecting any of that, to be honest with you. Like, when they showed Kreese at the end of Season 1, like, I thought they were going to have a conversation. I thought maybe it was going to end there and we weren't going to see him again until later on in the season. But to go straight from that and to go straight into what just happened, which was amazing, was pretty cool. And the old man still has it. He still got it. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Whoa. Mr. Miyagi gave you this?
Yep. I gotta tell you, it feels great to get my hands dirty again. Hey, where's Sam?
Still pretty torn up over her breakup with Miguel.
What? I'm supposed to be upset that my daughter has broken up with Cobra Kai's top bully? Listen, I don't want Sam and Anthony going to school with a bunch of kids who think you could cheat and get away with it. You can't let the bullies win. Someone has to do something.
Thanks for coming.
Let's make this fast.
The world needs Cobra Kai. I'm just saying I can help you. You may not think you need my help, but those students are...
Stay the hell away from my students, you understand? There's only one sensei in Cobra Kai, me. And that's how it's gonna stay. What are these?
First rule of Miyagi-Do karate.
He did not talk about
Karate is for defense.
Miyagi-Do karate.
Second rule of Miyagi-Do karate.
He did not talk about Miyagi-Do karate.
It's really all about that first rule.
Looks like we got some new students. Fresh fish.
Go ahead! The dojo's closed to new students today.
We just wanted to sign up after we saw the tournament.
Do I need to say it again? Come back tomorrow.
Must have been a rager, Sensei.
Yeah, are you celebrating all weekend?
Celebrating what?
Diaz, did you purposely attack your opponent's injury?
Yes, Sensei.
No more fighting dirty. That's why I had you wear your white belts. We're starting over.
What was that up there? Punishing us for winning the tournament? You taught us to win at all costs.
I wasn't taught the difference between mercy and honor, and I paid the price for it. It's only because you have the potential to be better than I ever was.
It's good to see how he's still proud of him. And they're proud of each other, and I think that's awesome.
What are you guys doing here?
Just working on a little project.
How's your shoulder?
Getting better. No thanks to you.
I've been trying to change.
Sure. I told Diaz to fight dirty against me.
I didn't tell Miguel to fight dirty against you. So instead, you're gonna torture me by training with that prick.
Hey, you don't know Mr. LaRusso. He is a better man than you will ever be.
That's gotta be tough, bro. You know, especially with Robbie going from that transition from being the kid that didn't listen to all of a sudden he's this behaved kid or whatever it is. But Robbie is going through a transition, but he's not giving his father the benefit of the doubt to go through something very similar. So I think that's very selfish. Yes, I know he's a kid. I know he hasn't experienced these things yet. But at the same time, it's like, bro, look at yourself. Look at how much you've developed yourself. And don't doubt that your dad, or anybody else for that matter, can develop themselves, can change, can do better. But it's not an instant thing. He needs to go through his process. He needs to go through whatever he's going to go through. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's see what happens.
How'd it go back there?
Same way it always goes. Cares more about his rivalry with you than he does about me.
Well, that's why I'm opening up Miyagi-Do. So we can fight back, take down Cobra Kai.
They're not my enemies, they're my friends.
But just because I gave you that blue belt doesn't mean anything. Are those tears, Mr. Lawrence? Let me tell you something. The moment those tears leave your eyes, you lose. What are you?
I'm a winner, Sensei.
Louder!
I'm a winner!
The interesting thing about watching this is that when you think about it, so Daniel's, so this 30 years later, oh no, he's probably, so he was what, under 18, so he had to be, let's say 16, 17 in Karate Kid. If this is 33 years later, whatever that was. 35 years later, actually, right? Wow, so that'd make him 53, 54? I was about to say, when Mr. Miyagi was teaching Daniel, Miyagi had to be somewhere in his mid to late 50s at least. I don't know if they ever say his age. That's what I was thinking. I was going to say Daniel isn't that old because he doesn't look old. The way people in their 50s and 60s are portrayed now versus the way they were portrayed, 30, 40 years ago is different. But realistically, they're about the same age. I'm going to say, let's say there's a 10-year difference between Daniel and Miyagi. Like, that's crazy. I just thought about it. Anyways, I was about to say when they were showing Daniel practicing right now, I was going to say, yeah, but the difference is that Daniel wasn't the same age that Miyagi was. Miyagi had already taught several students, and he was probably in his late 50s, mid 50s. I don't know what age they're trying to put him at. And then as I'm thinking this, and I start talking about it, and I start doing the math, and I realize Daniel's also in his mid 50s. Holy smokes. Hey, it happens. It happens. Man, okay. Never mind. Let me redact my statement and my thoughts, and let's continue watching this.
It's not kata. It's a form of meditation Mr. Miyagi taught me to use whenever I lose focus. Ever since the tournament, all I've been thinking about are ways to destroy Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai isn't the enemy. There are no enemies. They've just been taught the wrong way. Miyagi-Do karate isn't to fight them. It's to show them a different way.
You got room for one more?
All right, you guys should both get some rest, because this summer, you're gonna be spending a lot of time back here together.
I just want to say one thing, and then I'll leave. I'm sorry. I thought maybe this could be a shot for me to redeem myself. But just remember, I am the guy who always rooted for you. I almost forgot. I fixed it for you. You were always the better fighter.
Now he's just pandering. Come on. You see that he busted the Columbo on him. In when I used to do sales. one of the things we would always do whenever it was a we always had names for the different techniques and whatnot, and that one we called the Columbo. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, one more thing.
Lieutenant Columbo, police.
Oh, listen, there's one other thing.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Oh, one other thing.
Ah, one more thing. One other thing.
So that was he just did a Columbo on him to sell his conversation, which is interesting. Now we're gonna get into sales talk here. In sales, I did a lot of sales training, and one of the things I taught was that everything we do is a transaction. So when you're doing sales, we think about them as transactions, but even conversations are transactions, because you're either gonna sell an idea or you're gonna buy one. But in every conversation, there is a transaction. And that's exactly what just happened. He's there to sell him an idea that he's also on his path to redemption. And he was on his way out. And then he pulled a Columbo to try and close the sale. And now he's just waiting. And he knows he's got him. That was his Columbo right there. Let's go.
Hold up.
Oh, he knows. There we go. So what y'all think, everybody? Interesting episode? Good episode? Mediocre episode? Because I thought it was amazing. Bro, the way that episode started with that fight between Kreese and Johnny, I was not expecting that. I thought they were just going to have a conversation. Now, I don't know what Kreese's agenda is, but it's definitely something. I don't know if it's his pride, him trying to regain what he lost. I don't think that he's really on a path to redemption. The guy's a smart guy, but he isn't an apologetic person, from what we've gathered. And he knows that Johnny, and even though Johnny's whatever, and Johnny's been whatever, he is an emotional person, and he's been an emotional person, and we've seen that in season 1. We saw that season 1 because his reactions were all emotional. He'd get upset, he'd have a drink. Things didn't go his way, he'd have a drink. All his responses were emotional. And Kreese knew that. You know, everybody else thinks he's, whatever. He's got attitude. He's a bad guy, a mean guy. All it is, he's an emotional person, and he doesn't know what to do with it, because he's trying to, as Kreese told him, not let the tears out. Because if the tears come out, then he loses. But he's trying to understand what that really means to him. So very interesting to see what just happened there. I do like that Johnny did address the whole quote unquote fighting dirty thing. I wouldn't say Miguel cheated. I would say Hawk did cheat. Obviously he cheated. He kicked Robbie in the back and hurt him. But then Miguel, I think he fought to the best of his ability, and even though he kept attacking his injury, it's a fight. I don't think the action or the process was dirty. I think that the mentality behind it was. If you did it strategically because you're trying to win, I get it. But if you do it because you're trying to hurt somebody, that's where it's dirty. That's where I think it makes a difference between being dirty and being competitive, in the sense that it's still within the rules, but it's not the right thing to do, because you're trying to hurt him. You're trying to win by hurting him. Anyways, so there we have it. We have that relationship with Johnny and Kreese. We have that dynamic between Miguel and Johnny. And we saw Miguel's dissatisfaction with Johnny. But when he had that conversation and Johnny was honest with Miguel and said, well, maybe I'm still learning, like, that sold it for Miguel. Miguel knows that Johnny's proud of him. And Miguel is proud of Johnny. And they're proud of each other. So good to see what that relationship has developed into. that they trust each other in the sense that even though Miguel disagrees, he at least to some degree understands because he had that smiled and sense of pride of Johnny and whatever was about to happen. We also have Sam, who joined Miyagi-Do karate. And I do like that Daniel reflected with, it's not about destroying the enemy. It's about teaching them. I love the development of the story. I like how now that we have the main characters, now that we have developed their story, we can move forward with the dynamic of the relationships and expand more on the story. So I thought that was really awesome. They're still doing a lot of fan service, pointing almost everything back to the originals. It's good to see that Robbie's still learning from Johnny. I didn't like that Robbie isn't forgiving his dad in the sense of he's understanding, but which is confusing because at the end of season 1, he did say he'd forgive him. I don't know for what, but he forgave him. So that was interesting to see how we go from that to once again Robbie saying, "You don't care for me," and then for him to tell Johnny he cares more about his rivalry than he does about Robbie. I don't think that's true, and I don't think Johnny ever did anything to point that out or to make it seem that way. But that is Robbie's take on it. So it is what it is. So there we go, everybody. Season 2, episode 1. As always, appreciate you all. Thank you for coming by. Don't forget to click that thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And as always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.